manages to get a spirit to fight Ren Ashbel, his alias from 3 years ago. 3 years prior, Kamito used the alias of Ren Ashbel to avoid being considered the demon's lord's successor. He easily won the blade dance tournament, becoming known as the strongest blade dancer, but at the cost of losing his contracted spirit. Kamito is a young handsome boy who has been invited to the Aracia Spirit Academy. On his way, he accidentally peeks at one of the academy's students and a shrine princess, Claire Rouge. She mistakes him as a pervert and cuts off a tree in anger. Kamito saves her from the falling tree and tells her that he is a guest of the headmaster, Greyworth Seal Mice. Claire tells Kamito that she is purifying herself for the spirit contract. Although she already has a fire spirit called Scarlet, she wants to become stronger by capturing the powerful Demon Slayer spirit. Kamito finds it quite interesting and follows her to the place where the spirit is sealed. Claire tries to capture the spirit sealed inside a sword, but fails badly and enrages the spirit instead. The spirit brutally attacks Scarlet. Kamito runs forward and offers the spirit to form a contract with him instead. Surprisingly, he succeeds and becomes the second man ever to capture a spirit. The first one was the demon lord Solomon, who captured the spirit thousands of years ago, who destroyed everything near him. Claire accuses Kamito of stealing her spirit and orders him to become her contracted spirit instead. Kamito escapes Claire to meet the headmaster, but he also runs into Ellis Farengart, the leader of Sylphid Knights. The headmaster tells Kamito that his previously contracted spirit Rashia is alive, but she will not give him more information. Furthermore, the most powerful elementalist Ren Ashbel has appeared again and Kamito is invited to beat her in the upcoming blade dance. Ellis gives her a tour around the school and he visits his class section called Raven, where he finds Claire again. She claims that Kamito is her slave, but when he refuses, Rinslet Laurenfrost comes and offers Kamito to become her contracted spirit. Kamito escapes them to rest in the hut he got outside the academy. While looking for the cafeteria, Kamito meets Freya Sensei, who tells him about the tournament of elementalists called Blade Dance. It's a ritual held in honor of the 5 great spirit lords. The winning country gets the protection of spirit lords for a few years. However, Kamito is here for that one wish which is granted to the winner. Kamito doesn't eat the expensive food at the cafeteria, but Rinslet and Claire bring him food. They want him to be their slave, but Kamito prefers to be a friend. The two girls start fighting once again over Kamito while Kamito and Rinslet's maid Carol witness their powers. During the fight, Kamito's room gets destroyed and the Sylphid Knights come over and insult Claire's and Rinslet's family. The girls can't bear this and challenge the Knights for a duel and count in Kamito as well. Claire invites Kamito to live in her room as her contracted spirit. Kamito wins her heart by cooking food and saving her from the water spirit. Claire tells him that she's from the Dukery of Elshin, a well-known family in the past. Her sister Rubia Elshin disappeared during the destruction of the Ordesia Empire, after which the family lost its fame. Claire wants to become stronger to find her sister. Just like her, Kamito is also here to find someone. They go to fight in another dimension to keep the injuries less effective. The Sylphid Knights have strong spirits and exceptional skills, giving Kamito and his teammates a tough time. However, their fight gets interrupted by a demon spirit followed by a suspicious girl telling Kamito that she missed him. The demon comes down to attack, so Rinslet instructs everyone to leave while she handles the demon with her wind spirit. However, Claire wants to capture the demon spirit and moves forward to fight. Kamito saves her, but Claire loses her Scarlet in the fight. Kamito falls unconscious after the battle. The next morning he finds his contracted spirit in the form of a beautiful lowly girl named ESD in his bed. ESD believes that Kamito can't control the spirit properly because he is not using his left hand, which he keeps under a glove. Kamito dodges the question and asks ESD about herself instead. Ellis tells Kamito that Claire is missing and may have gone to the contracting ceremony to get a spirit. Kamito is worried for her as she doesn't have the spirit to be able to do battle and rushes to find her. Meanwhile, Claire runs into that mysterious girl from yesterday and the girl offers her a mad spirit, which Claire accepts without thinking much. Rubia was the blade dancer who betrayed the king of fire spirit and disappeared with the strongest flame spirit. The king destroyed the Ordesia Empire in wrath and blamed Rubia. Since then she has been called the Calamity Queen. Claire wants to find her to ask what really happened. During the contracting ceremony, Claire uses the power given by the mysterious girl. It's a frenzy spirit which possesses other spirits into losing their power. Kamito and Ellis arrive. Ellis believes that the demon spirit is Scarlet being possessed. Kamito enters the battlefield with ESD and reminds Claire that she's not alone. He's there with her. If she wants power, he can be her contracted spirit. With a big single strike, Kamito frees Scarlet. After the demon spirit disappears, the mysterious girl whom Kamito calls Rashia appears again. After awakening the demon spirit, Rashia goes away again. Kamito tells Claire that Rashia was Kamito's contracted spirit who disappeared 3 years ago. The demon spirit is destroying the town, so they need to handle it right now. Claire kisses Camito as a contracting ritual and tells him he's Claire's contracted spirit now, and they rush to defeat the demon spirit successfully. However, Claire finds his fighting style quite similar to that of Ren Ashbel. Camito falls unconscious after using so much of his power and wakes up to the ladies surrounding him for all four sides. Camito and Claire practice for the battle dance, but they need more team members to have enough power. Rinslet invites them to join her team, but Claire says it's better if Rinslet joins them. It's the same result either way. Ellis also offers Camito to join her, but he doesn't want Claire to get abandoned again. The headmaster calls Camito over to meet Fiona Ray Ordesia, a new student, but he doesn't recognize her. As she is an Ordesia princess and a Holy Spirit user, the headmaster wants Camito to look after her as her bodyguard. Fiona was once saved by Camito when she got stuck in a forest. Unfortunately, she knows his secret that Camito is the person who cross-dressed as Ren Ashbel to participate in the blade dance. Fiona promised him not to tell anyone his secret and wished to meet him again. Rishia wants to break the mining town seal and asks Gio Inzaghi for help. He's a young boy who wants to prove he's the real heir to the Demon Lord. Here at the academy, Camito gets to know the details about Fiona. After Rubia vanished, she became the second crown princess but stepped down. Her family then disowned her. That's why she's called the Lost Queen. The headmaster also gives Camito the task of investigating the unusual earthquakes in the mining town of Gad. If the seal is broken, then they have to restore it with the help of Fiona, as many deadly weapons are sealed there. Fiona tells Camito that she knows his secret, so now Camito has to be careful around her. But Claire doesn't want Fiona to stay with them and wants to have Camito for herself. Fiona challenges Claire to a cook-off to decide this matter. However, they can't cook at all. While Camito is having a shower at night, he is informed about the intruder who broke into the academy library to steal the documents. Claire and Camito rush to help Ellis, but the intruder Gio starts running away while others follow him. Gio tells Camito that he's the successor to the Demon Lord and that he owns a tremendous amount of power. Fiona comes over there as well, and to save her, Camito loses track of Gio and he runs away. Camito asks Fiona how she knows his secret in the forest. Fiona reminds him of their meeting 3 years ago. She further says that she came here to team up with him so she could win the blade dance and get back her honor of a princess. They also find Ellis and other Sylphid knights there. They are in search of Gio to get back the secret documents. Ellis wants to do this by herself to increase the reputation of the Sylphid knights. Camito and Fiona get ready for their journey to Gad while Claire and Rinslet join them too. However, the three ladies keep fighting over Camito, which worries him about the mission. After entering the mines, they realize an unsealing has been performed there recently to wake up the spirit of Jormungand. Suddenly they hear a sound and rush towards it. Ellis was there fighting with Gio. Camito tells her to back up and get her teammates healed while he takes care of Gio. Surprisingly, Gio knows that Camito is Ren Ashbel, and he also owns multiple spirits to defeat Camito. Gio attacks Camito while telling him that he got weaker because he cares too much for his friends. He also tells him that he got Camito's first contracted spirit, Rishia. Fiona can't stand back anymore and she uses her hidden spirit Bloodstone to attack Gio and make him run away. Fiona admits that she doesn't own a contracted spirit. That's the actual reason for her removal from her family, but she entered the academy by tricking them with her spirit stone power to get in and participate in blade dance. She chose Camito's team as it's weak and easier to join. ESD tells them she knows where the real shrine is so they can reach there to perform the sealing ritual. Ellis and Rinslet stayed behind due to their injuries while others followed ESD. Claire and Fiona get inside the shrine and make preparations for the ritual while Camito is fighting with Gio outside. Joy was the first experiment to bring back the Demon Lord. He can control 72 spirits. Camito calls him a fake elementalist as Gio didn't contract with any spirits and he only has one-time usable sealed spirits. Gio gets angry and decides to kill Camito. Claire comes to help Camito, and Fiona starts a spirit dance. The dance draws out the spirits from Gio's body, making them uncontrollable. Suddenly, Rishia comes over and tells Camito that she's awakening Jormungand for someone he is going to meet soon. Then she gives herself to Gio and fires an attack on Fiona, but Camito comes in their way. Fiona can't stand to see her first love in pain, so she gives Camito her demon stone power, making him defeat Gio. The next day, Camito opens his eyes on the bed with Fiona and thanks her for the effort she put in. The blade dance is just 2 weeks away and the headmaster is worried for Camito and his team. Freya Sensei also informs the headmaster about the return of a strong elementalist, Valseria Eva. However, Camito and his team are becoming stronger after Fiona's addition and perform well in training. Claire is bullied, but Rinslet scares the bullies away. She invites them to lunch, but Camito goes to his extra class. There he meets Ellis. Ellis struggles with her studies and asks Camito to tutor her. Camito agrees to do it in the afternoon. The atmosphere in town is different as the Valentia Festival, a similar festival to Valentine's Day, is happening the next day. Claire's birthday is on the same day, but she believes no one will remember as she doesn't have many friends. In the afternoon, Ellis invites Camito to her room for tutoring. Instead of studying, she dressed up as a maid to serve Camito. Later, she also tells him that Valseria is her elder sister returning soon to the academy. She is known as a silent fortress because of her abilities, and Camito may face her in the dance battle. Ellis invites Camito to join Sylphid for the time being until the other members recover. Camito accepts the offer on one condition. Claire is heartbroken when Camito says yes to Ellis, so she pushes him out and he sleeps in the garden. Ellis introduces Camito to the Sylphid and instructs everyone how they will patrol the town to protect the people from demon spirits. Suddenly, Valseria walks in and yells at Ellis for bringing in a bunch of useless knights. She causes a blast and offers the strong survivors to join her instead of Ellis. However, Camito decides to stay with Ellis and other knights and go out to fight the demon spirits. Valseria is strict and harsh. That's why she was removed from Sylphid before. Camito is having lunch with Sylphid when he sees Scarlet, who leads him to Claire. She asks him to treat her to a meal to make it up to her, but Camito says he's busy with Sylphid's duties. This breaks Claire's heart once again, as she throws the Valentine's gift at Camito's face and runs away saying just enjoy yourself with Ellis. Ellis tells Camito that her sister became a power seeker after she lost to Ashbel. Even though Ellis doesn't hate Ashbel, she loves watching her blade dance and looks up to her. On the other side, 2 of the Sylphid knights have accepted to buy cursed seals from merchants of murderers, and their spirits are attacking the town. Camito is buying a birthday gift for Claire's birthday and he sees a blast nearby. Camito and Ellis rush to save the people from the cursed spirits, and Claire joins them too. Suddenly, Valseria appears and defeats the evil spirit with a huge blast without caring about the destruction around. She believes power is everything to become a great knight. When Camito wakes up, he gives Claire the necklace he bought with the money he earned from Sylphid. This gesture melts Claire's heart and she apologizes to Camito for being so hard on him. Fiona comes over to inform them that they are against Valseria's team in the knockout match. Fortunately, Rinslet also joins their team, making them stronger for the battle. Claire goes to meet Ellis and motivates her to believe in herself and join their team to fight against Valseria the next day. Camito can't fight because he's injured, but he thinks Ellis will help them win against Valseria. Meanwhile, the merchant tries to make Valseria accept the cursed spirit. The next day, Valseria comes alone proudly to fight Claire and her team while Camito is watching the battle from afar. Though Claire and her teammates don't have huge spirit powers like Valseria, they do have teamwork which makes them give Valseria a tough time. Claire leads and guides her teammates into making a weak point on Valseria's spirit armor. They almost defeat Valseria, but suddenly a cursed spirit takes over her body. The cursed spirit captures Claire's team and makes Valseria lose control of herself. The headmaster is in contact with Rishia, who asks them to let the battle continue. Camito can't stay back and enters the battlefield. Fiona gives Camito her spirit stone power. Claire, Rinslet, and Ellis combine their powers to help him fight and defeat the cursed spirit, saving Valseria. After the cursed seal is removed from Valseria's heart, she is sent for further recovery, but before her departure, she apologizes to Ellis and tells her that she's looking forward to her performance in the battle dance. The merchant of murderers is killed by the headmaster, and Camito's team is heading towards the battle dance tournament to represent their school.